वाजता आहेत. 11 वाजता मग आपण अनाउन्स करू, लाईव्ह जाऊया.
शेअर करायचं
जाऊया. गो लाईव्ह.
यस,
गो लाईव्ह.
ओके.
करू शेअर करू का?
नाही आधी ते आपल्या 3 स्लाइड दाखवतो.
ओके ओके
ओके, वी आर स्टार्टिंग.
ओके.
So, good morning, dear teachers. Welcome to new session. Welcome to new session, new topic, and new speaker. So, what an auspicious day today. Today is Akshaya Tritiya and Mahatma Basveshwar Jayanti. Wish you a very happy Akshaya Tritiya and Mahatma Basveshwar Jayanti. And today's topic is basics of intellectual property rights. This is our 9th informative session by the Nandakumar Dahibate sir. So I request Athavale sir, you please introduce our today's speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Vaibhav Naravade. What an auspicious day again, that today is also World Intellectual Property Day. And we have a very good speaker who has done his PhD in patents. He is none other than Dr. Nandakumar Dahibate, who was at National Chemical Laboratory, Pune. His topic is Basic of Intellectual Property Rights. To his credit, he has got 3 publications, about 2,800 reads, and 10 citations. He has a wide experience of research. He has experience of digital libraries, information and communication technology, licensing, intellectual property, technology and innovation, library science, information literacy, and scholarly communication and information management. He has tremendous experience, and under him, many of the students have completed their PhD degrees. A very auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya and a very august teacher community to whom today we are reaching out to. I request Dr. Nandakumar Dahibate sir to begin with his session on basics of intellectual property rights. Thank you, sir. Over to Dahibate sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Very good morning. Very good morning to all my dear colleagues. Today is 26th April, and this day every year is celebrated as Intellectual Property Day. Of course, not Intellectual Property Day, but World Intellectual Property Day, that is World IP Day. And this day is celebrated to develop awareness of IP and IPR and respect innovators, those who have invented many inventions, for their creative contribution made for the society. It is a really good aspect and good thing that Mukta has selected this topic on this occasion, and they have also planned to celebrate this day by organizing virtual discussions among the professionals. Thank you very much to Mukta organizers, Dr. Narvade sir, Dr. Subhash Athavale sir, and my dear colleague, Sandeep Bhavsar, my professional colleagues, for their constant inspiration for me to share my views among all you people. Thank you once again, and we will proceed our proceedings for the today's day. Today's topic is basics of intellectual property rights. In fact, nowadays, we are looking into different aspects of creations. But these creations are protected by rights. And the purpose of these rights is to give economic benefits to the creator of the intellectual property. So this Mukta people, they have organized keeping in view that why not to just have a fundamental and basic aspects of the property, intellectual property among the professionals, academicians, researchers, scholars, so that at least some fundamental principles of IP will be introduced and we can celebrate this day as a very auspicious day. Today's task in hand, if we consider IPR session in toto, it is very difficult to cover every aspect of IP in limited period, but we are focusing majorly on the issues: what is IP, what is IPR, types of IPR, basics of IPR like patent, trademarks, trade secret, geographical indicators, indications, industrial designs, and copyright. These are basic properties which we are dealing in nutshell. Exactly, Edwin Land in 1976 rightly prompted that the only thing that keeps us alive is our brilliance. And the only thing that protects our brilliance is nothing but the patents. So this patent literature or patent filing, it has 2-3 aspects that we will take into consideration, but at the moment, patents are treated as key to knowledge bases. If we just look towards the background, research work, any research and work experience of expertise, different studies create innovations. And after creating these innovations, it is converted into a new innovative product. IP protects such type of creation which are developed by human mind, and these protection is given by the state or government so that it can have a monopoly rights to the creator for a certain period. IP is creation of intangible property. There are 2 types of property we are looking into the next slide. But if you consider IP, it is an intangible property. We cannot see it, we cannot measure it, but we can use that property for the future or for the best of the human society. In this case, all these creations are developed by the human mind, and these are protected by different elements so that economic purpose can be solved and the creator of the property should be benefited for a certain period or for sometimes for a longer period also. So protection of intellectual property is gaining more importance nowadays. Many higher education institutions, universities, industries, they are just creating variety of type of human activities, human intellect, and they are bringing out as a creativity of human mind, and IP supports to technology transfer as well as economic growth of the nation also, and hence this economic property as well as creation of property is very well protected. In general, we have seen that properties are of 2 types. One is tangible property and another is intangible property. Tangible property, which we can see, which can measure also, which is popularly called as material property, and generally we denote it as movable property and immovable property, which we very well notice for this, that what is movable and what is immovable property. But we never thought of intangible property, which is called as also abstract property, which cannot be measured, but it is used for different purposes. And this is called as intellectual property, creation of mind. Whatever you are developing from the creation of mind, it is coming as an intellectual property. So we are looking into this is that intellectual property has two forms. One is literary and artistic work, which is popularly comes under the heading copyright or copyright acts, and industrial property. Today we are focusing more on industrial property, and industrial property, we are getting it introduced as a factor everybody knows, but we didn't know the basics of it. And that is why Mukta has decided to take an advantage and just share our views among with you people. So among industrial property, patents, trademark, industrial design, geographical indication, trade secrets, which trade secrets means it is confidential information which is not shared. We will take a look into the following slides. So IP, like other property, it can be also sold, purchased, brought, leased for purchase, and all these things. We use this term as a leasing or renting out or license out, and can be passed under a will also. So the rights which are protecting this intellectual property, that is creation of mind, is popularly called as intellectual property rights. So what is IPR? IPR gives protection to IP, that is innovations, creations of mind. IPR is popularly defined as the exclusive rights granted by state to inventor who has invented or created the products using, and it is preventing others from using, manufacturing, distributing their invention, process, application, design, trademarks, or new, even recently they have added new plant varieties, then artistic and literary work, all these are protected, and these are exclusive rights have been awarded to the creator. And that is why it is more important to look into this, what these are dealing with and to what it is related with. The individual or company holding the rights means there is no need that only company can take the rights and individual cannot. Anybody, any person can take the rights, and they are called as rights owner or rights holder of the intellectual property. Thus, we have seen so far IPR is grouped into two heads. One is industrial property, which deals with all 5 items like patents, trademarks, services, and all these things, and copyrights and related rights, which cover literary and artistic work, which we will check into the following slide. This is a just diagrammatic approach of the types of IPR in which we are indicating industrial property and copyright related rights. Copyright generally everyone knows because all the professionals, they are writing something and other, and right now plagiarism is also introduced, so copyright is known everyone. So we are more focused on industrial property, in which industrial design, patent, trademarks, trade secret, geographical indications, then plant varieties, and all such type of things are covered. If you look ahead, TRIPS agreement in 1994, they have given a clear-cut view what is to be covered under intellectual property. And they have fixed following items under this IP, which is patents. If we think patents deals with novel and new inventions. Trademarks deals with the sign symbols, which is for the business and services. Geographical indications deals with the goods of origin. That is more important nowadays. And furthermore, industrial design, trade secrets, and plant variety, copyright and related, they are dealing with the different aspect of the property which is created by the human being or human mind, and that can be protected, and we'll look into the details also. There are certain rules and regulations and laws and conventions regarding the IP and IPR. The initial stage of Paris Convention and Berne Convention, they have initiated for the protection of literary, artistic, and they have different level of industrial property protections. But PCT in 2004, they have developed a way for patent application, which are to be filed in the designated countries, means where you want to file patent, or it is called as multiple patent filing also. So we can just, it is just a summary of the IP related laws and conventions in which copyright is Copyright Act 1957, Trademark Act it is 1994, patents and all these acts are coming under the purview of IP. And based on these acts, the norms and the procedures they have set for the protection of intellectual property. So every year, as we mentioned, everyone has mentioned, Athavale sir has mentioned, as well as Narkade sir also mentioned, today is the World IP Day, and it is a very good thing that we are initiating some activities on this basis. There are few organizations which are related to IP also. That is WIPO, which is the organization behind development of the industrial property, trademarks, patents, and this organization, it has convention in 1967 for this IP, which is actually approved on the 26 April 1970, and as a mark of respect, we are following 26 April as the World IP Day. So this WIPO, GATT, TRIPS, WTO, these are the major organizations which are leading in the area of IP. And that is why just we are taking a cursory look into this. And I feel that everyone should know such type of organizations, because many times we heard the word WIPO and GATT and TRIPS and WTO, World Trade Organization, everything. We have just narrated in brief what these organizations are for. So WIPO's headquarters is right now at Geneva, Switzerland. Then GATT is fixing the rules and regulation for tariffs and trade world over. Then TRIPS is forming the system, minimum set rules for protection of intellectual property right. So all such type of organizations are playing big role in IP. So we are now focusing major part of our discussion, and that is patents. Okay. In every profession, in every field of knowledge, every researcher, scientist, or academician, they are using variety of literature. Specifically, patent literature is such a literature that is the unique literature, and the material or the content of the patent is not disclosed in any other form of the literature, and hence those who are creators, inventors, or those who have just setting up new ideas and working on ideas, they refer generally in their field of knowledge patent literature very much. So patent deals with innovative products, processes, and useful to R&D users. Hence, generally, those who are R&D users, science and technology developers, forecasters, planners, all these people, they are following at certain level patent literature for proceeding in their subject areas. If we look into that, in brief overview of patent, if we look into that, then word patent is derived from the pater word. That is the Latin word. And this word means to lay open. The basic function of the patent is that it should be kept open to public so that public can read the literature and they try to just develop their new ideas, and they have to prepare their new products. And that is why this literature, patent literature, is an open literature. And literary patentes, meaning open letter. Earlier in the previous days, they were issuing the letters with royal seal, which is a royal degree granting exclusive rights to a person who invents any new useful and non-obvious process, product or equipment, etc. for a certain period. We'll look into this, the different terminologies like non-obvious, usefulness, and newness. What is this while filing the patent literature? A patent grant rights to inventor for developing any device. He can develop any device, any substance, method or process of its preparation, which is new. It should not be known to anyone. Inventive means something should be new, which is not at all known to anyone. And non-obvious, not published previously, and it is useful to the society also. So patent documents are really a unique documents which cover descriptions of scientific, technical, and practical concepts which are dealing with the product, process, or any other apparatus also. So to have a patent protection in any country, we have to first apply to that country. It is necessary to apply by the inventor to patent office. Say, for example, India has its own patent office where they have to file the patent first. In fact, every country has its patent office and their own patent law, as well as the countries where it is to be protected. It is not necessary that you can only file in our mother country. You can file elsewhere also, because wherever you can file the patent, there they can be prohibited from using that invention. What happens nowadays is that majority of the industries or companies or the inventors, they are filing their patents in US, because US is the major hub of patents and industrial filing. And that is why many people, they are watching US patent, what is coming out and what is just taken out new aspect into the patents. And that is why we see that when we want to file in multiple countries also, there is a possibility, and for this purpose, EPO and WIPO, they are working on it. Currently, there are 198 patent offices which are spread over the world, and every country has its patent office, patent law for protection of the innovative ideas. Why it is a different patent law? Because they have a different distinction between what is to be patented and what is not to be patented. Okay. So if we see why this patent literature is going more important, so approximately more than 40 million patents are right now in the knowledge sector. And it is estimated that more than 6 lakh patents are granted or added in the world treasury, world information every year. See the volume, see the intellectual production coming out, which is going to protect for the future use. There are 4 types of patents, and the basic discussions on these patents is like the patents which are related to products. Say, for example, I have given a simple example, that is a door lock. Somebody has prepared a door lock. he can file it. Then process patent, preparation of lubricant or oil for door lock. Generally, we are using that it should not rust and it should not jam. So if this specific lubricant is to be prepared for that door lock, then it can be filed under the process patent. Then design patent. I have designed such a patent that its design is totally different, which is not known to the people, and it is very difficult to open and close. So that is comes under the design patents. And plant patents, it is the different varieties agriculture people and horticulturists, they are bringing out. And these varieties and their colors and changing of the crops, all these are coming under the plant protection variety patents. So generally product patent, process patent, then design patent and plant patent are the basic types which are dealing with right now. The structure of this patent literature is also very, very specific. I can just catch hold the keywords immediately because this patent literature is produced or presented in the form of INID type of concept. That is like our Dublin core, and there are standard codes given for the title, inventor, invention, country, and abstract and prior art and all such type of things. So INID means they have given the benefits of INID, internationally agreed number for the identification of bibliographic data. Bibliographic data means, in this case, we say author, but here they say inventor or assignee. Year of publication, there are two types of dates here: application date, application number, patent number, and patent date. All such type of bibliographic details are coded by INID. And I have mentioned some numbers, that 30 number mean priority data, 51 deals with the technical data. If somebody is interested in that patent and he wants only technical data, then he can go on 51 and just look into that. So there is no world patent as such, but world application is there, which is generally managed by WIPO. How patents are filed? Basically, ideas are developed. So who are experienced people, who are doing all the way experiments, what we are right now looking into the present situation, that everybody is fighting for the development of new drug for the prohibition of viruses. So all such type of things, they think, or they read the literature, they read the prior art, and they refer to the previous literature, and they come to certain conclusion, and they brought out some new ideas, and these new ideas lead to the innovation ideas. And when they worked on such type of thing, then invention comes, or some newness, or new product, new process, new apparatus is going to be filed. And these are to be protected by the patent. Why these are to be protected? Otherwise, somebody else will develop the technology and somebody else will take the benefit of that. So the benefit should be reaped by the originator, creator, and for this purpose, all these IP related aspects are taken care. Okay. Invention is nothing but a new and useful process or method. And that is why the invention, which may be treated as a solution to the technical problem. Suppose somebody wants to produce a compound, chemical compound and all these things, then in such cases, they refer to the patent literature, they find out which is the public domain literature, and they can easily migrate into their technology. But only thing is that the problem may be old or new, whatever may be your problem, but the solution must be in order of merit. It must be a new one which never knows to anyone, and then such type of thing can be filed as a patent. First thing is that priority date given whosoever is filing the first patent. WIPO defined patent as very straight and simple language, an exclusive right granted for an invention, maybe a product or process, which gives new way of preparing and providing solution to a problem. They are solution based, of course. Patent is given monopoly rights to the creator or inventor for a certain period, and that is, in case of patent, it is fixed for 20 years from the date of filing. From the date of filing, because after filing, there are different processes to be followed by the patent office. Okay. Patent right protections are territorial. Where you are, we have seen this territorial. Indian patent rights does not confirm rights outside India. So if I file a patent in India, it's right. I cannot hold rights on in the other countries. Other countries can use for their benefit. But I thought that the patent disclosed or patent filed by me or any inventor, if it is of use and possibilities are useful in German, France, and Korea, then he can file the patents in that respective country within 12 months period, then he will get the priority date, the date of filing also. These are certain aspect, whatever covered under the patent. It is not necessary that the person should be well learned, well educated, or he should be a major or minor. Anybody, any person can file a patent based on his experience, based on his work capacity or work technique, technical skill or preparation skill. So the rights granted for these patents are coming under Patent Act 1970, which is amended continuously. Patent gets lapsed if renewal fees is not paid. Now what happens? Suppose I thought that I have filed a patent today, and after 5 years, I think that it is of not useful. I have not paid the renewal fees. But again, my friend, they came and tell her that was a very good innovation. Why you have not protected it? You protected. Then again, I filed after 6 months. I paid the renewal fees. But there are patent watchers. What they do is that they watch which is the best patent. And that best patent, if it is lapsed, they can use into the production within that 6-month period, and you cannot you cannot treat them as a infringed one. So these are the things, and hence renewal of patent is always required for. Okay. So why patents? We have seen that 80% of the literature, what is covered in the patent literature, is covered elsewhere. Patent gives legal rights to the user. Patents play an important role in technology transfer also, and that is why many times it is shown into the common societal development also. In movies also now they are taking as a benefits of patenting aspect, like the Dhaka and Three Idiots and all these things. They have showed the importance of patents to the society. Any entrepreneur, industrialist looking for new technology is definitely look into the new patents which are filed in this area, because he want to use that technology by licensing it, and he want to avoid the infringement problems in his future life. Patents are used to identify expert in the particular area also, because from the subject area you can find out who is the most popular inventor in particular area. So they can approach them and they can ask him to consult the products. Patents are used to find out which companies are working in similar areas also, and this is for the competitive competitions to be maintained in the products and developments. Everything is there. Detailed description and claims are given, essence of the patent. In the patent, you will find details of the information as well as what is claimed by the innovator in that. And based on that claims, he can claim for his innovation. And it is a very good document which gives all that detailed technical description, and whosoever wants to work on that, they can work, but it is not so easy to work and develop that product within a limited time. By that time, more patents might have come out for the further development, and that is why people, they don't want to just work on the same patent unless and until it is out of restricted area or copyright, this is patented area within 20 years of period. When it is comes in the public domain, they can use it. Patent has a uniform structure that we have seen. Then this patent is also using classification system for their subject, and that is called as International Patent Classification Scheme or International Patent System. So this IPC, International Patent Classification, anyone can search by the IPC code, and that is the best searching tool for the patent literature. Types of patents we have seen: utility patents, they have come for the products and processes. Whatever product or process that you take into consideration, it comes to utility patent. Plant patent, whosoever discovers a sexually reproduced and any distinct and new variety of plant which is included into that, like cultivated spores, mutagens, hybrid, newly found seedlings, and all these things, they are covered under this thing. Design patents, as we have seen that ornamental designs and all these things, or instrument designs, they are coming into this. And design patents, they are taken care of all. These are the basic types what we have seen in earlier slide also. Patents have also divisions, continuation and continuation in part also. There is no need to file all the invention all together, but safeguard for the main and then add on your further development. And then part by part, you can submit the patent application, and that's why they are called as division patent, continuation patent, or continuation in part also. Users of patents, of course, we know that R&D industries are there, organizations, then institutes, researcher, government authorities, small scale and medium scale industries, then small scale or medium size or even large scale size entrepreneurs also, individual inventors also, professional involved in the field of IP, like administrators of technical libraries. Then patent agents are also very important because their role is very, very important in filing the patent. We can serve the patent, we can develop the patent, we can develop the innovative, creative ideas. But if you are a subject expert, then you can file your own patent also. But always it is preferred that it is to be approached to the patent agent so that they can study the complete prior art of your subject, and they can provide you the best suggestion whether to file or not to file, or which type of claims can we put for this patent filing. So all such type of things we have to take into consideration, and patent agent are the next major play roles after the creators. Then producers of databases, there are a lot of databases coming out for the patents, and like Marcus patent database is coming, which is based on the patent claims and all these things. Educational institutes like higher education, universities and all these things. Information brokers also, patent analyzers also. Many people, they are analyzing patent in a particular field and they are giving the review literature on that patents. Even forecasters are there, technological Or technology forecaster, what they do, they'll take a particular area or current patents in which area they are publishing, and they are taking the review of last 15, 20 years, and they are forecasting or they are planning which technology will come in the future. And that is why the other scientists also get impressed by such type of publication, and they can just switch over to the new areas which are coming next. So there are major thing is that criteria for patenting. Criteria for patenting, there are 4 basic criteria or basic 3 patent criteria. One should be novel or new. Novelty means original invention disclosed for the first time to the world. It should have a usability also. If it is not useful, we cannot be, there is no sense in filing the patent also. Non-obvious means it is not known to anyone, even not published to anyone prior to this. And patentable subject. It should be approved in the patent law to file the patent on that subject area. So, fourth is innovative step. Innovative step means it should show some inventive or innovative part, something new in the existing process, but it is not known to the public, or it is not known to the society, or it is not at all published. These are the 4 criteria. When you file application to the patent, then they are very much sure they will assess based on these 4 parameters whether your patent can be filed or granted or not. And generally it takes 24 months to process this, and then they grant the patent. Otherwise, they will ask objections, and objections after clearing that from the patent office, you can get the patent. The first thing is that you have to disclose full information in the patented literature. Full information. If you disclose half information, then there are chances of coming objections from the user side of this thing. And many times what happens, the patent chances of revoking of patent is also there. Many times what happens, central government for the public benefit or public jargon, they can adopt the patent, even they will not pay the royalty of that also. Now, major thing is what is not patentable. So discoveries, principles, scientific theories, they are not covered under thing, but these are covered under copyrights. Mathematical model, business methods, they are also going there. Aesthetic creations means design and industrial design. All these things coming under the industrial design. Computer programs, earlier it is treated as copyright, but nowadays many countries, including India, US, they are granting patent for the computer programs and computer instructions also. Medical procedure, method of diagnosis, treatment to human being or animal, it is not patented. Many times, if you have some unique test method, then you can go and file it into the copyright. Then anything contrary to public health, what is injurious to public health, cannot be patented. Rearrangement or simply duplication of the devices, it is also not patented. New method of agriculture or horticulture, also not patented. Invention related to atomic energy is also not come under this patented review. It is treated as a classified literature, and no country under this condition they are publishing their atomic energy literature. Presentation of information or scheme, plans, literary or dramatic, musical, art, these are all covered into the copyright sector. Frivolous claim contradictory to well-established natural law, these are also prohibited for the patenting. So there are a lot of benefits to the patents, which are basically inventor, society, researcher, patent agents also. what we have in nutshell, we have discussed in the previous slides, industry organization. The major purpose is that people should get monopoly, should get economic rights, should gain something out of their invention. Then industry can find out the proper solution to the technology, what they are using. Then consultant and planning, they are busy in the forecasting and all these things. So these different benefits are there. Patent searching is a different skill. Right now, we are not touching into in detail into that, keeping the time space. But one thing I want to tell you is that everyone who is interested in developing innovative concept, I feel so they have to read their patents in their field at initial level, so that they will come to know that how the patents are being presented, what are the different ideas are being presented into that. And there are different patent search techniques also. I have just narrated here. Then we will just highlight something on patent searching or patent information searching. As I told you before, patent itself is an open document, and every society is looking into that. The best way how I can disclose my patent to outsider, so that they can either hire it or they can ask me to just license it and get monetary benefit. There are some agencies also which I have mentioned, like Dialog, STN, and CAS, Derwent, Thomson Reuters, and all these things. They are also developing these patent databases, patent literature. They are coordinating with different patent databases which can use. But these are all commercial databases. But not only this, there are many free patent databases available, and which sites also I have given below. These are the different sites which you can use into your practical example. Like INPADOC is there. In fact, I will tell you all patent databases. They have prepared their patent databases, and they have kept open these patent databases to everyone. Go and use it, because they want to propagate the patent literature, and they want to develop new concepts, new ideas, and everybody want to file new patent, new technologies, so that we can give it to the society for the better benefit. There are different access points for, like, you can search patent by subject, keywords, patent classification, inventor wise, publication date, families wise also. Why patent family? Suppose I filed a patent in China. It is in Chinese language, but I want English because I know English. Then in this case, if I will see that the same patent is filed in US also, US they accept in English, then I will use US patent, and these are called as patent families. And you can file this patent as many as countries you want. There is no restriction. Only thing is that you have to pay the fees for the respective patents. Okay. Then legal status, whether patent is alive or dead, or it is not renewed, or it is in the public domain, this can be filed out from the legal patent search also, or legal status search also. Chemical substance search is also there. And this is very important search for the chemist, because he can draw the chemical structure, and based on that chemical structure, he will find that how many patents are filed on this substance. And this is the accurate and the utmost careful data, and they give only 4 or 5 hits. You look into that and think on that. This is a very good for the intellectual builder. Then proximity searchers and all these things are there. A new area is also coming out into this, and that is generally called as a PAT informatics. And this term PAT informatics is helping for the patent analysis. And this patent analysis is done for the future research also. When the data is searched from the different angles, that is put into the patent analyzer softwares like AnaVista, and they are analyzed, and they are showing you the panoramic view, what is the new, which are the new areas for which are the blocked areas, means black holes and white areas can be just tracked from this patent analyzer or patent informatics. If you look into the further moment, if you look that our IP, If you consider, it is definitely growing. This number indicates that whatever IP you are taking, it is definitely growing in number. If you look cursory ranking analysis of the patent filed worldwide, you will find that till 2000 or till some areas, say for example, 2000, India was not coming under the top 10. But since 2014, India is coming at the 7th. And generally, we are filing more than 42,000 applications to the patent offices. So this is a very, very good boost Indian patents or Indian innovators have taken. And since 2005, it is noticed that initiation of patent filing is more due to IPR status. Furthermore, among the top 10 countries, USA, China, Japan, Korea, these are always the leading. And it is also noticed that from the analysis that more than 2/3 patent filings are major from the 3 to 4 patent offices, that is USPTO means US Patent Office, Canadian Patent Office, European Patent Office, Japanese Patent Office, and Canadian Patent Office. So all such type of important things are there. If you look into that, patents are filing in different areas also. Not necessarily it should be a chemical science, it's a maybe engineering science, pharmaceutical science, drug science, cosmetic science, anything. If you look into the examples also, sport device, sport rackets, wedding rings, wood cutting apparatus, method for device for production of wood sheets, advertising technique, interactive advertisement, sports and sports shoe, particularly for cycling, sport pants, musical instruments. We never thought of that such type of trivial thing that we can file a patent. Only thing is that we have to focusly read the literature, read the patents, and that's why even if reading habit is to be inculcated in the profession, definitely read all the literature, but focus on your areas and then focus on the patent, whatever published in the past. Few patent offices are also mentioned that you can, respective patent offices, you can file out. Then few patent agents and trainings provided in the patents are also provided here. Just you look into sometimes when you are free and just work out in attending some IP courses also. When you are a good professional, definitely this will add. Anyway, you don't spend anything, but go to the WIPO site and just register for DL 101 intellectual property course, or DL 301 patents course, or DL 318 for patent information search. All these specific courses are brought out by WIPO for you, and why not to enjoy this free resources available. Now we come to the trademark. Trademark is given to a particular device, brand, or something or the other. What you can say, it covers as a name, phrase, letter, symbol. Everything is coming under the Trademark Act. Trademark is very essential for business purpose and service purpose also. Many times we see the Air India, means Maharaja will come to us. Then first flight courier, they will show you the picture of aeroplane like this. So they are denoted by some symbol, image, design, number, or logo, or combination of stripes and all these things. The main purpose of trademark is that commercial exploitation of business and services. What is this exploitation? Means you have to propagate your business. If you want to take up biscuits for something, you will go for Parle. Parle G is also marked one. So such type of thing, because nobody can take that logo or that slogan or that emblem or that wording or anything for any similar product. And that is why those who are very prominent in business and service, they are just purchasing trademark. Applications are required for this. Many times you cannot apply, but you are at loss if somebody is using that, and hence application to it is very popular one. Okay. Then when a trademark is used in relation to service, it is generally called as a service mark. If we look its validity, trademarks are valid for 10 years. Initially for 10 years, and later on you can renew it, and it can be renewed so long as the product is available or service is provided in the market. Okay. So these are given, and service marks are generally given for the 17 years, and generally these are varying from country to country based on their IPR laws. Okay. Generally, trademark symbol is used. Service mark is for service. Trademark symbol is for, and R is given for the registered mark. TM is under process, or all these things are applied for the product and all these things. So trademark is an exclusive right given to a particular business or a service provider. Okay. So these are the main aspects of trademark. I have just shown you some of the slides here. These are just indicating that. So if you take a particular Coca-Cola bottle, its name is also trademark, logotype is a trademark, symbol is trademark. Then here, McDonald's, I am loving it. This slogan is also trademark. Shape of Coca-Cola bottle can be trademark, or color, that is stripes, they are also. I have given some examples here, like say, we can say for a particular one, Big Mac is a word mark for hamburgers. The shell design is for the logo of gasoline. The ultimate driving machine is a slogan for automobile industry. Even we can say that numbers are being used, 555, 501, all these numbers are also like 501, Pashek bar jo soap hota to. A logo is a visual application like BMW, Maruti, Benz. Even shape is also there. Shape, even your Fiat Padmini Pal, that is also shape is also a trademark one. So all such type of examples are taken consideration under the trademark. So trademark is basically for the business and trade. That is very important because it will fetch and it will help users which market we have to go and peep into that. Okay. So now we are looking into the industrial design in nutshell. So industrial design, if you look into that, it deals with features, shapes, appearance, patterns, ornaments, whatever patterns like designs on the clothes and saris and all these things, aesthetic aspects which are applied in the industrial process, and it may be a manual or it may be a mechanical. Say example, chair is a common example which is a utility item but does not come under IPR. A simple chair cannot be. But if it has a special carving, embossing or design and made the chair out of that, then it can be comes under the design and it is protected by the IPR. The law governing for the design is Design Act 2000 and the Design Rules 2001. So this is the way. And initially, the duration of protection is from 15 to 50 years, depending on the country. I have given some examples. But in India, designs are valid for 10 years and it can be further renewed for 5-year slots. What are the main characteristics of this thing is that it should be a new and original industrial design, applied art to improve products, means it should have an artistic nature into that. Then attractive one, and it is feeling good to eye of the customer also. Applied by industrial process, novelty in the design is very essential in such cases. So Protection is given to the look and all these things. Protection criteria is novelty. Novelty means newness. And into that, individual character means whatever different than existing design. Whatever chair one has prepared, another has prepared the different design. What is not protected? Copy design. Design already exists. Only idea. I have a beautiful idea for designing a chair, but I have not amended it or I have not implemented it. Then functional features of an article, it will not come under the protection. Benefits definitely for the producer, designers, creator. An example, if you take into that, all engineering works, like if you look into that, iPod, iPhone, Coke bottle, jewelry design, car design, Mini Cooper car design. It was earlier very famous car, Piaggio Vespa scooter, what we were using in the past. Then rocking wheelchair, what we take for the rocking, there are different things. Lumen light bulb, which are coming out newly into that, and angle poist lamps, different types of zigzag lamps and all these things. Maglite torch is also there, which have a different shape and design, which we cannot work under this. So these are some of the good examples what we people have just located into that. Now, if we come into the geographical indication, what we are going to see is that in geographical indication, they are coming from the origin of the country, origin of the place, along with the goods. Whatever goods are produced in that particular country, and to give prominence for that particular area, the geographical indications are being given. One thing is that this is a very important thing, that the place of origin may be either a village, town, region, state, country, whatever may be. But the geographical indication is based on its quality, reputation, or other characteristic of good which are attributed to that particular geographical origin. Product must be come from a particular geographical territory only. Purpose is to stop others from using or making the goods product. You cannot sell all the mangoes as a Ratnagiri Hapus mango. Most commonly, a geographical indication including the name of the place along with the good. That is very, very important, because the place is to be given more importance, because we have to preserve the culture of the place, culture of the heritage associated with that place. The same product are also available in other names in the market, but these are not coming from that specific origin, and that's why they are not called as a they are not coming under the geographical indication. So in basic, geographical indication defines, it is an indication originate from definite geographical territory, identify good having special characteristic. From that territory, identify either agriculture, natural, and manufactured good, whatever may be there, but prepared, produced, or processed in the same territory. It is not the thing that raw material is there and manufactured in Mumbai and we are selling as same thing. But the best thing is that we have to develop the employment in that particular area. This is the main motive behind it. Benefit is that it gives legal protection and prevent unauthorized use of registered geographical indicator. That is the main intention. If you look into that further, they are managed earlier by Paris Convention and Madrid Agreement and all these things, but right now they are also governed by the Trademark Act, and which is earlier called as the Mercantile Act also. And initially the validity of the protection is 10 years, and it is renewed for the further 10 years more. So these are the basic thing, and best examples of the geographical indications everybody know, but we never touch to our mind that these are the creations of intellectual property. Say for example, Garhwal, then Pochampalli sarees, Madhubani paintings, Solapur chadar, Maheshwari sarees from Maheshwar, Madhya Pradesh, Ratnagiri Hapus mangoes from India, Roquefort cheese from France, Tuscany olive oil from Italy. All these things, if you take into consideration, you will find that there are different, like watches are from Switzerland, Puneri Pagdi, Kolhapuri Chappal, Tirupati Ladu, Dharwad Peda, Basmati rice, then Madras Pan, Kanchipuram silk, all such type of thing. If you say even Kulu shawls, MP, Malabar, Malabar paper, means paper from mulberries and all these things, Agra Petha. These are very common, but even I also never realized that this comes under the intellectual property right. Then one thing, another interesting thing is trade secret. It is very difficult to identify how trade secrets are coming. Trade secrets are nothing but it is a confidential information. It is not being protected by any law. But only thing is that this trade secret is remaining with the person who is carrying with him. And that is right now we are calling it as implicit knowledge. Implicit knowledge means knowledge having with the creator, or having the inventor, or having the author, writer, composer, anybody else. So one thing is that trade secret remains trade till it is not known to anyone. Then what happens? Suppose you are not registered, or you doesn't disclose your secret, then somebody else will take that secret away, and then you will find into difficulty, and you will be at random loss all of a sudden. And but many people, they are there in the business and market and trade, that they are keeping their trade secret very, very confidential. Since there is no law, there is no limit for the protection. Only thing is that it is protected till it is a confidential and it is not known to your competitor. There are very different and very common example which we know is that KFC's secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, what they are distributing along with their burgers and pizzas and all these things. Coca-Cola recipe for their signature drink. No one knows this. Till date, nobody has find out what is okay. No doubt we have taken out the thumbs up and similar drinks, but the taste of that flavor is not achieved so far. McDonald's Big Mac special sauce that we are taking, then secret client list of any company. Say for example, my personal professional names that are secret for me. Like that, secret clients of many companies are there which are not disclosed by the company, so that others may take out the business. Softwares used for business processes, its source code. Source code nobody is sharing. Only it is for the open source software. It is source code is open source and it is shared by everyone. Technical, scientific, or financial information such as business plan, business processes, nobody share and it is kept as a confidential. Okay. Mickey Mouse shape of the year, which is still trade secret, why they have taken and all these things. I am loving it. It is a slogan, just do it. All such type of slogans also coming into the disclosure of the slogan, design, or logo under the trademark also. So this is in nutshell IPR reviewed. In copyright, what happens? Everybody is knowing for the copyright, and this copyright, generally what happens, we are protecting copyright. Definitely, we are all academicians, researcher, R&D disclosure, R&D users, then scientific users. We are writing, we are communicating, we are scholarly communicating, we are writing variety of literature, and we are abiding to the Copyright Act, definitely. But one thing is that there are basically...
sorry to disturb, Daivate sir. Sorry to disturb.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to disturb.
Okay.
How many slides remain? Because we'll take.
Only 2 slides are there. I will just highlight.
Yeah. Then we'll take the question answer.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Please
So
go ahead.
I will just give a complete itinerary for that. Literary work, choreographic work, artistic work, musical work, cinematographic work, and dramatic work. All the work are coming under this Copyright Act. And this Copyright Act, there is registration required. It is well and good for the registration. But after March 1989, once you have written and you have fixed the content of your ideas, it is in the written and scribable form, then it is copyrighted at instantly. And copyright gives you like economics and moral rights also. Moral means it can give you the different reputation, and reputation of the creator is also protected in certain cases. Then under the fair use principle, we can use some published literature, and that they have given different things like various lectures, reviews, newspaper contribution, then some services and all these things. But what is not covered under the copyright is that idea, facts, principles, and news, calendar, work in public domain. These are excluded from the copyright. Recipes, then mere listing of ingredients or contents, work lacking originality, titles like sir, doctor, engineer, and all these things. Names, particular common names, short phrases, slogans, they are not coming under this. They are going to the trademark, all these things. So duration of the copyright since January 1978, it is 70 years after the death of the original author. And if there are more than 2 authors, then whosoever die last, after that 70 years. But some anonymous and pseudonymous work is there. They have given 95 years from the year of first publication, or 125 years from the year of its creation, whichever falls earlier, it can be taken care. Now here, generally there is a norm that you can write such type of symbol and name of the copyright holder and the year of copyright. So this will copyrighted immediately. However, address of copyright office is also given. So there is no international copyright as such, and that is what we can say that in nutshell, we have to look into these different activities, different properties, different human products which can be protected under the copyright, and we have to look into different aspects. And now, not merely we have to create IP, but meticulous protection of IP and IPR will lead to the indispensable road to economic growth. So I will finally conclude with this session with thanking all the efforts taken by Mukta for me. Especially my thanks are to Magdum sir and Ashish Dikshit, Path Network Communicating Private Limited, who has really coordinating all these face-to-face conversation, and not least my best colleague, Subhash Athavale, Dr. Nadware sir, and my best colleague Sandeep Bhausar, who are pressing me all the time. This is my first session online, and I was just fearful, but these guys made me fearless and just conducted this session. So thank you, thanks a lot, and thank you for giving me opportunity to share on this occasion whatever I can done. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you very much for such an informative session, and we are going to take a few questions now.
Okay.
Lots of questions have come from all across. So the first question is from Dr. Kalpit Mhatre, who is from Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lanja, Ratnagiri. And his question is, there are different types of digital signatures such as class 1, class 2, without encryption and combo. So which type of digital signature is required for online filing of patent?
No, it comes under the copyright, and that is coming under the Digital Copyright Act, that DMA, Digital Millennium, DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Under that, digital signatures and digital literature is being protected.
Okay. So that's a separate act. Okay, I think
Yeah, that is a separate issue.
act.
Though
Right,
it is linking to Copyright Act, but it can be discussed in detail as a separate unit.
Sure. Sir, another interesting question has come from Professor Prasad Bhagwat from Pat Panale Mahavidyalaya, Guhagar.
Okay.
And his question is PhD intellectual property?
Is?
PhD, doctorate.
Okay.
Is that an intellectual property?
No, it is a research element actually. It comes under the copyright.
Okay.
Same
patent
question
for this.
Sir,
There is no patent filing or no intellectual property filing, but it's intellectual property coming under the Copyright Act. Whatever literature you are producing, the moment that is produced, it is a copyrighted, and that is whatever. Suppose I have used someone's thesis, I have to cite it properly in my literature. That this and this thesis I have cited. But only thing is that in copyright, how much volume I have copyrighted from his thesis volume was not known. But now, in latest development, under the plagiarism, they have mentioned the volume, not directly, but they say that not more than 10% of the literature, you can take it from the copyrighted literature. So this thesis or whatever your research report, research manuals, whatever you published your own, that comes as a part of copyright, and whenever somebody uses it, it can be just cited properly with the author and full bibliographic details.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think that makes things a lot clear. Now we have one question. I mean, I want to really acknowledge this Professor Sandeep Pradhan, because he's been very inquisitive for all the lectures. He has been asking questions.
Very good. So, I always welcome Sandeep Pradhan.
So Professor Sandeep Pradhan is from NS College, Bhadravati district from Chandrapur. And
good.
His question is it possible to get patent for genetically experimented modified plant species?
Yes, sir. Variety of patents we have discussed on that. There you can do. There is no problem.
Okay, great. And so we have the next question.
Plant varieties is a different section in which we can get the protection for nearly 10 to 15 years. And it should, only thing is that it should be asexually prepared. Means hybrid type of generation.
Okay, so I mean, I think there are so many different sections and subsections in the whole thing. So that's pretty, it's an in-depth.
No, it is just an overview. If we take a complete one IP, then it will be a 1 hour lecture.
Okay, sure.
IP is a very vast area. Look into the patent literature or patents only. Patent has also two parts. One is patent identification or intellectual property identification, and another is patent filing. As I told you before, while we were discussing in the patent literature or patent slide, that time we have discussed. One time is that you are expert in your subject, but you are not expert in drafting the patent. Drafting the patent is very, very essential, because how you draft your invention is a skill. And based on your claims, every patent office will grant you the patent. And that's why expertise in patent writing, and that is why now many people, many scientific people, they are undertaking IPR as their interested subject for the further learning, continuation learning. And that's why I also prefer that anybody interested in such type of learning, WIPO is the best organization who provides you certification courses.
All right. Okay, great. That's a pretty elaborate answer, sir. And so we have another interesting question, which is from Rizvi College of Arts, Science and Commerce.
Okay.
And the question is asked by Professor Suma Thomas, ma'am. Our question is, I think, very relevant. My question:
Yeah.
scanning the books that we have in our books collection into PDF for students and teachers reference.
Yes.
Now, is this a
Yes.
copyright violation?
Of course, it is a copyright violation.
Okay, even though it is for academic undergraduate college purposes.
See, again, I am telling you, how much part you are taking and for what purpose you are taking, that is more important, and how much harm you are giving to the copyright owner. Suppose, one example I will give you, sir, very, very interesting question. You have written one book, okay, and I have taken 100 copies and distributed free of charge to the class. What happens? I have not charged anyone. I have not gained any monetary benefit. Nothing is there. But it is a loss to the creator of the intellectual property, copyrighted person who has created that book, because he has lost selling of 100 copies. And it is the impact on his earnings. That is why what we have to do is that whatever part we are required, we have to take only that much part for study purpose, research purpose, but it should not be circulated widely. On the contrary, what library people they are doing, they put a mark on the photocopy that not for sale and not for distribution also. This is the purpose behind that. So any type of scanning, only thing is that one thing, if you want to scan, then there are certain conditions applied to that. And one condition is that it should be out of print. It is not available in the market. It is rare document. It is out of copyright area, means author died and plus 70 years passed also, and it is in public domain, then only you can take it. Otherwise, you can take a permission granted from the creator of that copyrighted authority that we are using this for the purpose of protection in our library as a protected copy. And definitely they give the permission. You take that copy of the permission also and affix it along with the copied or xeroxed or scanned copy and keep along with that. So it is not the infringement.
So I think, sir, this question actually will help a lot of faculty and librarians to overcome digital dilemmas with respect to these kind of sensitive issues, and also brings a lot of clarity. Sir, another interesting question, which is from Dr. Jyoti Bhabar from SNDT Women's University. And her question is, what is the role of a librarian for performing digital in the digital IPR scenario?
Digital IPR, it is not a digital. See, whatever now is coming into digital only. See, I told you in my presentation also that patent is an open literature. It is freely available anywhere. Only thing is that some patents which are very old, that may you have to purchase from the clearing houses. That is different material. But the basic purpose of that patent literature is that it should be exploited to the maximum user, so that they can use the intellectual property what is filed or created by any other, and you try to think on that level and develop your own creativity later. So the form may be printed or digital or microfilm or microfiche, any type of media or CD or DVD, that is not a problem. Even I can circulate, I can copy number of patents, because patent literature is open literature. There is no restriction or ban for that. But if I translated that patent into somewhere, then it is a different thing. Or if I compiled some patent on that and written a write-off on that, the present status of a particular topic in that particular area, then that document will be protected under copyright.
I see. Okay. Fantastic. A lot of clarity again here. And sir, we have another important question, which is being asked by Professor Amruta Shirke, who is the librarian at Royal College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Mumbai. And her question is, sir, if a patent of my product is in India, and a person copies my product in another country, will he be held liable under the Act?
What I told you in my presentation also, only if you have filed in India, so Indian people will not make its use. They are totally banned. But US people can do if it is a very productive patent, if it is a benefit giving patent. So you have to file that patent, and that's why multiple patent filing is also coming into that. And you have to file wherever it is possible to copying. Then you have to just make note of that in that country we have to file the patent. And WIPO has taken a lead to file the same patent in different designated countries. There are more than 56 countries associated with this EPO and all this. There are many treaties are also there. They can take care. But WIPO is taking care of your prior art certification, and that can be supposed to put along with your document, which is accepted in that language and file in that country. So simple logic is that when you have filed your patent in Indian territory, then you will get only claim in India. Whereas in Copyright Act, your claim is worldwide. Even if you have written in India, then even if US people want to cite, use, they have to cite your literature. Otherwise, it will come under the infringement. And now it is very, very clear that plagiarism softwares are coming out and many things are coming out. They easily detect because there are so many beautiful software, and they are having lot of databases to help, having full of literature with them, what is published so far prior to 30s and 20 years, and that's why plagiarism is easily detected. This is the case of copyright and IPR. Wherever you want to think that these are the possible zones of making copy, there you have to copy it. Say, for example, many people, they file first in India because that is a mandatory mother country patent filing is essential, and the same patent they file in US because US is the marketing hub of the world, and everybody looked into the US, and whatever US technology is protected, no one can. But whatever US you have suppose filed in US, but other people can use, other country people they use, means the creator or inventor is under the impression that who are going to use. Say, for example, take myself is that I am delivering this demonstration today. I know that my good professionals and communicators and academicians are going to attend this. And based on that, I have just coming and shaping my PPTs from many to limited one. So similar things are also there in IP. Wherever you predict that, no, my patent or my intellectual property is going to share by all these people, then there are chances to file your property there also. And of course, for this, you have to pay the fees also. And that fees is, Indian fees is comparatively less for Indians, but for outsider, many outsiders are also filing patents in India. For example, you can take software patents and all these things. They are also in filing in India, so that our monopoly can stay still stronger worldwide like that.
Sir, so now it is also clear as to how we as Indians can have worldwide patents. So even that is clear. Now I have a very interesting, what do you say? It's a gratitude expressed by Dr. Asrar Siddiqui from Motilal Junjunwala College, and I think he's echoing the thoughts of all our listeners. So what he's saying is, I really thank Dr. Dahibate sir for such an informative lecture, and we've gained a lot from this lecture. And having said that, just one question he's got to ask. He wants to ask, what are the challenges in India in protection and enforcement of patent rights?
Yes, I have shown you one slide. In my presentation, one slide is that from 2000 onwards, we are making some drastic changes, but 2005 onwards, and especially after 2010, we are among the top 10 countries of patent filers. Earlier, we were not there. It directly or indirectly shows that our Indian region or Indian country, they are more prone towards the patent filing nowadays.
Okay, sir. And sir, in fact, there are so many questions, but in the interest of punctuality, I am just taking one more question.
Okay.
This is again a very important question. It is being asked by Assistant Professor Yogita Patil from FG Naik College, Navi Mumbai. And her question is, what are the career opportunities in the field of IPR?
Oh, okay. It's a very interesting question. There are many career opportunities. First opportunity is that you can be a patent analyzer, you can be a patent watcher, then you can be a patent administrator, you can be a database developer, you can be an information broker also. Then apart from that, in every industry nowadays, patent officer is there, or scientist who is working as a IPR section. Every big industry, it has a IPR section monitored by a senior most scientist who knows all rules and regulations of the IPR. And every industry which are developing innovative products, they are filing their patents for adopting monopoly rights for preparation as well as marketing of the product in the market. There are many avenues right now available, and that's why I have given in my some slides what are the courses right now available in different universities as well as WIPO, how they are conducting, because they want more and more. Apart from that, I will tell you most important thing is that patent examiner in every country, they have maximum scope for the patent examiner, because patent examiner sit at the patent office and they scrutinize the IPR legality required for granting the patent, that is novelty, non-obviousness, usability, or innovative step into that.
Thank you very much, sir. And there are some more special requests that have come. So I'm so sorry, but I need to ask these questions if you do.
Okay, no problem. I have no problem.
Yes, sir. There is this question, very interesting question from Dr. Suvarna Raval, who is the governor nominee on Management Council of SNDT University. And her question is very different. It's can a community get their specialized sector payment? Because in India, there are certain communities that are identified by their skills, processing, design, or certain unique aspects about their products and creations. So community patenting,
Yes.
Before, sir, I'm just interrupting because the Dr. Suvarna Lawar, why she is asking such questions, that communities, because she is working in Bhatke Vimukta and Adivasi Samaj. So she came across the different peoples and different skills she actually experienced visiting the personally. That is why she is asking, the communities are identified by their skills. So
yes, definitely.
Design and unique product creator.
Definitely, sir. One example I have cited in my PPT, Madhubani painting. That is also coming under the IP. Madhubani painting is coming from the rural area. There are many intellectual issues embedded or hidden in the rural sector, which are not coming forth into the picture. Say, for example, Jaipur foot. Jaipur foot is also the same thing, which is useful to the community. Community patent filing is also equally important nowadays. Only thing is that we have to reach with such type of mindset in such type of sector, so that patent filing can be done in that also. Not only patent, but in case of the industrial design is there, or trademarking is there, or geographical indication is there, such type of community IPR, it comes under the trade secret that should be opened into this open land. And that will be a great work actually. So generally we can file it under design as well as under different sectors wherever they can be applicable.
Thank you very much, sir. And I know we are now constrained to stop here, though there are many more questions.
No, it's my great privilege.
Yes, that was fantastic. And I really think, there's a lot of clarity that has come in the entire community. And I hand over the proceedings to Dr. Vaibhav for the further.
Okay. Before that, I thank you each and everyone who are participated, as well as my best thanks to Athavale sir, Naravade sir, and you, Dikshit sir, for making these facilities available to our community. Thank you once again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Lots of questions are there, so I just read out their names.
Okay.
Yogita Patil, then Binoy Ligmol from MMK College.
No, if you can extend, I don't mind anything.
No. It's a time
It
limit.
is good thing that I am also a learner based on such type of thing, because everybody has its own restriction. I can also get learning from this thing, how people are looking IPR or IP in different angle. So I will be very, very much interested. If you can send me, we will work on this.
No, it's okay, sir. We are going to end here. And thank you, sir. Thank you very much for these wonderful sessions. And I really enjoy these sessions. Even I came to know the different aspects of the patents, IPRs, even trademarks. Even I came to know that Coca-Cola, then Visa, MasterCard, Kodak having their trademarks.
Yes.
Even your Maruti, BMW,
Maruti car
logo as a trademark. So why
That's why Sachin Tendulkar is still having Maruti 800 as a monument for him.
Yes.
Means there are so many attachments for this, and really I am telling you, I have made the PPT very elaborative, though I have squeezed the presentation, but my PPTs are very much elaborate.
It's a really wonderful session. That is why should not we thank that our logo should be a trademark?
Sure. That can be possible. Yeah. This is the inspiration. This is the inspiration that Mukta can be worked under that. Yes, it is logo. Otherwise, anybody can make anything and use it before you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
and last but not least, I request Professor Athavale to give the vote of thanks.
Okay. Sir, for you, I have no need of vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Athavale, sir, unmute your mic.
Hello?
Yeah. Athavale, sir,
Yes.
please.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What a wonderful time, Dr. Dahibate, sir. And what an experience. I think the experience speaks here, and a wonderful occasion to celebrate this day as the day of intellectual property. I think Dr. Dahibate, sir, had covered everything, like, for example, what can be covered, what cannot be, like do's and don'ts of IPR. Then he has also covered about the TRIPS agreement and how to file a patent. I think from the academic community, it is very important, because filing a patent, that depends on nowadays, filing a patent is also important from ranking point of view. If he has also made a mention about utility of that and application of that patent. So I think if the utility based and applicant based is a patent, then definitely that person, that uniqueness, that unique idea is going to earn a lot in the society. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank Professor Dr. Dahibate sir for accepting our invitation, as he was mentioning that he was not ready initially, but then we forced him. But sir, we take this as an inspiration from you that you can do this without saying no, and you have made it. And lot of people who are listening to this, I think more than 1,500 people are listening to this, and definitely they'll be benefited out of this. You have also made a mention about copyright and the plagiarism, which are the softwares which are there. I think they are the important ones, and UGC has come out with lot many guidelines about the copyright and the plagiarism. I think this is a wonderful session. I thank Dr. Daibate sir for accepting our invitation and giving such a wonderful presentation, which is an eye opener for every one of us. Though we are in the teaching fraternity, but lot of these things are unknown to even teaching fraternity. So I really take this opportunity to thank you, sir. At the same time, I take this opportunity to thank Parth Networks Private Limited for their active support. Magdum sir and Dikshit sir and their entire team, Deepak ji, Milind ji, everybody, for keeping us alive to all 1,500 people at a time. My thanks are due to all the participating teachers who have made this event successful. I think there are a number of events which are going on simultaneously, but you have made an attempt to log in to this and to have to become a part of this live session. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.